let me just tell you a little bit about Associated British Ports, and then I'll get into the ask. So, and we've been looking at how can digital twins keep Britain trading, which, as you will see, is our strapline. So, my role at ABP, I'm head of IT business partnering, data and analytics, and just sorry. So, who are we? Right, we are the biggest independent port operator in the UK, very much UK focused. We run 21 ports around the UK, you know, from Troon up in Scotland down to Southampton on the south coast, through Wales, and then a big cluster around the Humber, including Immingham, which is the biggest port by volume in the UK. And give you a bit of a view as a sort of the size that we deal with, around about 170 billion pounds worth of trade through our ports every year. Now, we launched our sustainability strategy, Ready for Tomorrow, in about this time last year. And it's really important to us because we see ourselves as a key part, a key enabler to the green energy transition that we're going through at the moment. We have a net zero target of by 2040, as well as targets around air quality, biodiversity, etc. And we're looking to invest around £2 billion in sustainability over the coming years. And we see digital twins as a really important aspect of that. You know, how we can use digital twins to help us from a sustainability standpoint, you know, as well as others as well. So that's a bit about us, you know, Associated British Ports and what we do. So why am I here? So we've been working with the Connected Places catapults, looking at potential value of having digital twins of our ports. And there's sort of 6 areas that I just wanted to talk about today, with an opportunity to get your feedback and thoughts and how you might be able to help us. So the first one, autonomous asset inspection. That's, you know, around utilising aerial, terrestrial, marine robotics to find corrosion, simplify maintenance, pinpoint asset locations for enhanced accuracy around our ports. Because if you've seen one port, you've seen one port. So we've got 21 very different ports. Some of the things we've been thinking about, we're already using drones. We're in a consortium, the in-depth project, looking at how we could potentially use automated drones. We've also got CCTV. We're censoring a number of our assets at the moment using IoT to really understand what's going on, you know, how they're being used from a maintenance perspective. But that autonomous asset inspection, really keeping on top of what we've got around our ports, is important. And then energy utilization. I mentioned about the green energy transition. It's really important to a lot of our ports, not surprisingly, are in high CO2 emitting clusters. Okay, so we know we've got work to do to make sure that we're doing everything we can for the environment and our customers, our colleagues, and our neighbours. And we really want to look at, we're already using solar and onshore wind, but you know, how we can look at other sort of sustainable options around energy. We're looking at our energy consumption, and of course all about being ready for tomorrow. A lovely online video if you go to our website. So sorry, I'm not supposed to be selling anything. Next slide. Right, so next one, smart discharge. So we have vessels coming alongside, and we've got a real mixed portfolio of products. So you might, for example, be you or I getting on a ferry or going on a cruise. We have bulk product, we have break bulk product, we have liquid products, we have containers, we have automotive, to name but a few, loads of others as well. So a real mixture of things. So how we can be smarter at the way that we discharge the vessels, making sure that we do that in a safe manner. That is our number one priority. Our license to operate is making sure everything we do safely. So people come to work safely, they work safely, and they go home safely. And actually, to emphasize that further, we don't talk about cybersecurity within ABP, we talk about digital safety. So get that whole safety mindset, really important to us. And anything we could do to minimize that product handling, because what normally happens, you discharge the vessel, it either goes onto a train, 16 of our ports are rail connected. A truck or another vessel, or actually goes to one of our sheds. So things around that, how we can get smarter at the way we do the logistics, which brings us on to smart shed. So how can we optimize our product storage? How long things have been in our various sheds, and really manage that capacity utilization. Also the communication with our customers. Customers want to know how much product they've got, how much space have we got. So that communication back to the customers is really important as well. And then, oops, sorry, I jumped down one. So number 5, intelligent boundaries. So this is really about security. Okay, we've got big port complexes, very complicated areas as well, but there are, you know, threats and vulnerable areas. We really want to try and minimize theft, but also minimize the amount of time we spend going around the port checking things are okay. You know, so actually if we could start using the digital twin, more technology around safety, then that's really important to us. We want to make sure that we put our resources where we need to, but then we've got the virtual eyes out there, keeping people safe as well as everything else safe, and managing those threats. And then finally, but certainly but not by no means least, port planning. So the ports are very complex places and very dangerous places as well. You've got lots of big thick plant and material, lots of vessels around as well. But actually we want to be able to plan how we utilize our space more effectively, and also how we interact with our neighbors, be that towns and cities, with the highways as well, you know, as we interact with outside the port, and how your best place where our customers are, which berths they use, what machinery they need, and making sure we've got our people and our assets in the right place at the right time. So there's a real opportunity there. So there are six challenges that we're putting out there. Really do personally see value in using digital twins within our port infrastructure. What we're really doing at the moment is trying to put a bit more of a figure on where that value is, for us to then really invest in this going forward. So that's our challenges. So please, any thoughts, any ideas, anybody who's interested in in getting involved and helping us out, please do go to the site that the guys have set up for us, and there's a form in there to fill in as well. So and that's it from me. I look forward to questions, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of follow-up afterwards as well.
Duncan, is the PC report publicly available? Are you working with road/rail operators or DFT to look at interfaces with the travel network?
So, excuse me. Thank you for the question. At the moment, we're finalising the report, so it isn't publicly available currently, and we are in conversations with the DFT around how we could potentially use digital twin to share with what they're doing. I mentioned the in-depth project where we're looking at autonomous drones, and the DFT, or the Highways Agency at least, are part of that. And rail operators, we are talking to them regularly around actually how we can get more rail, more trains in and out of our ports. Although there are some infrastructure challenges there, you know, across the rail network. But yeah, very much in conversation and keen to talk to those other big infrastructure organisations as well.